What is up, and welcome back to the Self Mastery Podcast. This week we're going over the income trap, why you need to know what you're optimizing for. Over the past 3 years, I have been building my business online, and for the vast majority of that 3 years, I have spent most of it optimizing for money, for profit, for income. After all, that is the whole point of a business, isn't it? You're meant to be making money. But in the past, I'd say 12 months, I have been optimizing for freedom and options. The option to choose what I do, when I do, and not necessarily money. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'm not trying to make money or that I'm not trying to make more money, but it means that my primary objective is having full control over my time and what I do with my time. It means that I'm optimizing to have freedom, to choose how I spend every single second of my day. In the past 12 months, I've felt my best, I've performed my best, and I've gotten my best results yet. There is one major problem with optimizing for money. The world is constantly bombarding you with new, fancy, foolproof online business methods. Shiny object syndrome, it's rampant, okay? And for those of you who don't know what shiny object syndrome is, it's pretty much when you're trying something, it's tough, you're not getting the results you wanted, and all of a sudden this big shiny object that looks, this is the next best thing, this thing is guaranteed to work, and you're like, oh, I'm going to try that. So you keep hopping from niche to niche, or business model to business model, or opportunity to opportunity, and you never actually put in enough time and effort into a singular one to make progress. So you never make progress because you're jumping from shiny object to shiny object. And with the internet and everybody telling you this business model is the one, this is the one that's going to bring you to 100k a month within 30 days, working 10 minutes every single day. You know, shiny object syndrome has never been more rampant. But when I optimized for money, I would hop on a venture or try this new opportunity or try this, try X, try Y. That would earn me a bit more money, but it gave me a ton more responsibilities and way less freedom. I see people do this all the time in the online business world. You start making money online, right? And you've got addicted to the dopamine from selling a digital product to selling a service to selling a book to selling merch, closing sales calls for your agency, coaching, service business, whatever it is, you've started to make money online, right? Or maybe you haven't even started to make money online. But let's say you have. You start to live comfortably, right? You can travel, you can treat yourself to nice things, you don't have to worry about paying the bills, okay? But you want more, and again, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm all for earning as much money as possible, for earning more money, because this is a game. The more money you earn, the better you are at the game. But to get more money, most people will end up sacrificing time and energy freedom, which is what I did for the first 2 years of my business. And cool. They might end up making a bit more money, okay? They might end up making some more, they might not. They might end up making a ton more. But the main problem here is that they end up feeling lost, they end up feeling unfulfilled, and they end up feeling as if something is wrong, but they just can't figure out what. And it's because they've deviated from what they're building a business for, and that reason is generally to live life on your own terms, without somebody telling you how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, where you put your effort. You end up being out of alignment with what you actually want, and it ruins your performance, it infiltrates your mindset, you end up feeling like shit, and your subconscious eats you up. It's easy to scale for the sake of scaling, for the sake of income. But if you end up going down a route of taking on more responsibilities than you want, you sacrifice time and energy freedom for income, which is not what most people want, okay? Most people want to be in full control of their time. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you work 2 hours a day. It just means that you can choose if you want to work 2 hours a day or if you want to work 20 hours a day. It's up to you. Now, if you want more and more responsibility and to scale your business in that way where you sacrifice freedom, you sacrifice and you take on more responsibilities, that's fine. You do that. I'm really in this podcast just trying to make you aware of what you really want so that you can scale your business and life in the direction that you want to scale it in. You need to ensure that you're making money how you want to make it. You need to ensure that you're not trapping yourself into ventures and responsibilities that stop you from living life how you want to live it. Now, like I said, this does not mean that you work 2 hours a day. I don't work 2 hours a day. Most days I work way more simply because I enjoy what I'm building. I enjoy working on my craft. I enjoy working on my business. I enjoy creating content. I enjoy building and working. So why would I limit myself to 2 hours a day of work? But what I am saying is that I have the option to work 2 hours a day if I want to. I was in Berlin last week and I did 2 to 3 hours work every single day. And that was it. That was me done. I just went and enjoyed the rest of my day. So by 10 or 11 a.m., I was free. I did whatever I wanted. And I have that option every single day of my life. I don't take that option every single day because I enjoy what I'm working on. But I have the option and the freedom to work 2 hours a day because I've optimized for freedom, for options. Now, whether you want more money or you want more freedom, you have to optimize for what you want. It's the only way to ensure that you're fulfilled and willing to give your all to whatever you're building. Because if you have decided to take on this business venture that requires you to have basically no freedom, you're always in meetings, you're always doing this, you're always doing this, you're always doing that, whatever you're doing, right? But you have no control over your time or how you spend it. But you're earning, even if you're earning a shit ton of money, you'll not be happy, you'll not be fulfilled, and you'll not be able to give everything you have to that business venture, to that opportunity, because it's out of alignment with how you want to live your life. Whereas if you want to have the option and the freedom to work 2 hours a day, if you want to work 2 hours a day, and you have a business model such as you have an audience for traffic and you have an education business which allows you to work 2 hours a day if you want to work 2 hours a day, you're going to give everything to that business model because it's aligned with how you want to live your life. It's aligned with you and you are feeling fulfilled by building this, okay? Because everything's sort of matched up and linked. Now, keep in mind that what you're optimizing for can change over time. As humans, we aren't stuck, okay? As humans, we're always changing, we're always evolving, or at least we should be, because, you know, you're on a journey to self-mastery, you're on a journey to your potential, and that requires you to change over time. So what you're optimizing for can also change over time. Just because you want freedom now doesn't mean you won't want to optimize for money in 10 years' time, or just because you want money now and you don't care about freedom now doesn't mean you can't optimize for freedom in 10 years' time. Take action, make every decision related to your business with what you want to optimize for in mind. You'll perform better, you'll feel better, and you'll build something more impactful than you could if you were building something that wasn't aligned with what you wanted in life. Now, if you don't know what to optimize for, you should follow these steps, okay? So first off, you need to go through a life tapping process and then consciously align your life. This is a process I created and I talk about all the time. It involves you crafting a vision for your dream life, identity, and goals. You pretty much create this vision of your dream life, the identity you want to have, and the goals that would allow you to end up with that identity and that dream life. You then keep these visions in mind and consciously align every area of your life with these visions. With every decision you make, with every action you take, you ask yourself if that decision, if that action is aligned with your dream life, your dream identity, and your goals. If it is, you do it, okay? That's good. That's a good decision to make. That's a good action to take. If it's not, you don't do it. You don't take that action because that's a bad decision. That's a bad action because that decision is not, or that action is not going to bring you to where you want to be in life. Now, if you want a step-by-step walkthrough of this process, there is a link in the description to my Get Shit Done system where I go into great detail on my life tapping and conscious alignment hub, and also my productivity system to help you get shit done no matter how busy you are, okay? So the next thing you need to do is chase self-mastery. To optimize, right, there's a certain level of mastery of your mind, actions, and craft, which are the 3 areas of self-mastery that you must achieve. It is having a certain level of mastery of your mind, actions, and craft is the only way to get good enough results in your business that will allow you to optimize for the lifestyle you want to live. Again, whether that lifestyle is having the option to work 2 hours a day or forcing you to work 18 hours a day, it's completely up to you and how you want to live your life. Keep in mind though, however, that regardless of the type of business and life you want to optimize for, it will likely require front-loaded effort or periods of excessive effort above what your ideal life is to allow you to get to the position where you can live and optimize for your dream life. Now again, if you want a step-by-step process for achieving self-mastery and unlocking your true potential, my primary program, Mastery OS, is launching in a few weeks from when I'm recording this video, so there is a waitlist. You can click the first link in the description below to sign up for that waitlist. There's limited spaces, so you will need to sign up to that waitlist to get a spot. Now, the next thing you need to do is regularly check in. It is super easy to get out of alignment because you're focusing on your business, you're trying to make money, but also optimize for freedom or optimize for whatever you want. You're trying to build all the habits, you're trying to do all the self-improvement stuff, you're trying to chase mastery. So it's super easy to get out of alignment, right? And over time, you will shift your decisions and actions more and more towards optimizing for everything you don't want to optimize for. So you need to regularly check in with your lifestyle and your business to ensure you're optimizing for what you want to optimize for the dream life you have. Remember, in the life tapping and conscious alignment section where you crafted that dream life, pretty much need to optimize everything around achieving that. Now, the next thing you need to do, and honestly probably one of the most important for when it comes to business, is choosing the right vehicle. Not every business model will allow you to optimize for what you want to optimize for. If you're trying to build a brick and mortar clothing store, it's going to be harder to optimize for freedom. If you're trying to be a freelancer, it's going to be harder to optimize for maximum money at the sacrifice of freedom. Different business models have different purposes. Make sure you choose the business model that allows you to optimize for what you want to optimize for, okay? Now, honestly, if you're interested in making as much money and as much profit as possible, but also having the options and freedom to work either 20 hours a day, 16 hours a day, 8 hours a day, or 2 hours a day, I highly recommend building an audience and having an education business where you pretty much teach a skill to that audience, okay? You build an audience, which is your traffic source, and then you sell a course or a coaching that helps them achieve X goal or solve Y pain point. It allows you to scale in traffic, right? Because you build your audience and that is your traffic source. But it also allows you to genuinely help people and be more or less hands-on depending on your goal. So if you want to be completely hands-off and only work 2 hours a day, you sell a course. If you want to be more hands-on and work more, you can do coaching, or you could do both, or you could do another business model that helps teach your audience a certain skill. Now, I have broken down how I've built my audience to over 450,000 people. That grows at over 1,000 people per day and makes over 6 figures a year. There is a link to my personal brand builder course, which teaches you all of that, literally everything you need to know about creating content, growing in social media, and making a business out of it. There's a link to that in the description below, so check that out if you're interested. And my friend, as always, thank you for watching. That is it for this week's episode. I would love to know your thoughts on this week's edition of the Self Mastery Podcast. You can let me know by leaving a comment below. And as always, links to everything self-mastery, ladder, get shit done system, Mastery OS, personal brand builder course, all in the description below. If you're interested in any of them, check them out, and I will see you in the next video.